Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another lovely time, well, with Time Force. You got to see some really good runs, and you just saw a Mighty Morphin run, so, you know, it's Morphin time all the time, but more importantly, we got, as Lyra is saying, you know, that we still got this Power Rangers Power Hour still happening, okay? So the power is still on, and of course, it's time for Time Force. And once again, there's actually multiple copies of this game. So there's the Game Boy Color one, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, and more importantly, there's a PC one. I didn't know there was a PC one, but we're playing this on the PlayStation 1. But I'm playing this on a PlayStation 3 that's backwards compatible with PlayStation 1. And so we're going to play this on any percent. And of course, I'm only going to be playing with one player, of course. Yeah, spam. If you got any Power Ranger emotes, spam the mess out of them. Because, you know, it's Morphin time all the time. Okay? You know, it's time to go through time and space. See, it's Time Ranger. I couldn't think of... It's go over time and space. There we go. And there is no changing of difficulty. There's only one thing of difficulty with it. But let's start a new game, and the time is going to start once we click on our Ranger, which we're going to stick with the Ranger throughout all of this. And we got our boy Wes here, who is the I was going to say descendant, but the ancestor of the future Time Force Red Ranger Alex, by which the Time Force Rangers can only be Time Force Rangers because of the chronomorphers and they're connected to the DNA. But long story short, let's go through this. The time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, and let me start over again. 3, 2, 1, go. And you gotta love being a Power Ranger. Gotta love being a Power Ranger. We're going to be skipping a lot of the cutscenes that happen in here, and our first level is the Path to Silver Hills. So that's how we're going to start us off, and that's where this all started off at with Power Rangers Time Force. And the Rangers have to basically save the world as we find out that Rancic and a lot of evil mutants from the... gotta be more careful. But a lot of mutants from the past, from the future, I'm sorry, from the year 3000, are actually here in the year 2000 trying to, you know, take over the past in order to change their future. And of course, if you've ever seen the Super Sentai counterpart of this, this is Time Ranger, you know, go over time and space. And we've already gotten our first set of, like, tricks with stuff. So we got this timer that we got at the top corner, and it's actually going to be helpful for us because we actually need that. So if we have time left, then we actually get a bonus in life. And we also picked up some speed shoes like we're Sonic the Hedgehog over here.
Gotta be more careful.
Yeah, gotta be more careful because I could have fell right there. I was trying not to fall. And we got our Cyclobots, and you kind of notice we are skipping over a lot of these minions. We don't actually have to fight them. I would definitely say, like, this is my third time being on Retrothon. My first time being with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Sega Genesis, and we're talking about the fighting game. Yes, there's a fighting game one of this, Mighty Morphin. That's the first time I've seen the laser beams come out. And almost died right there. First time I almost died. Well, I would definitely say this. I do remember, actually, I do remember Lost Galaxy. Lost Galaxy was actually one of my favorite seasons. Actually, next to Lightspeed Rescue. Well, Lightspeed Rescue is my favorite overall. But I would say Lost Galaxy is within my top 10, and part of that is because I like the storyline of what they did, and you know, the sword out of the stone like King Arthur and all that stuff. But also, that was actually like the first season to actually kill off a Ranger, and I'm like, oh yeah, RIP to Corone, but they brought her back, which I thought that was really cool. And of course, we had our first Megazord battle, and when I play later on the Lightspeed Rescue game on the PlayStation 1, it's not not every boss battle will have that. So we're gonna keep going, and there we go. And our first boss is done, and first stage is officially done. But of course, we gotta go to the clock tower, because in Time Force they actually did have a clock tower, and I thought that was actually really cool to have that, like them doing like their part-time jobs and stuff. But we got our little ground thump here, breaks the ground. But also we have these nice little lovely charging stations. So the blue ones actually fill up your charger meter to the max indefinitely, as long as you stay on there. But then we have these red ones. Now the red ones are slightly different. Now they will charge up, but then they'll cut off at some point, because they will run out. And of course you gotta remember to hit those switches, okay? Because true Time Force Rangers can hit their switches. So on to our next stage, and just pay attention to that refrigerator at some point. And you gotta love being a Power Ranger.
Love being a Power Ranger.
Yeah, so part of that was payment disputes, and I think with the person that played Corone, Kendricks, I'm sorry. So Kendricks, they killed off Kendricks. I think with Kendricks, if I remember correctly, the actor that was playing Kendricks, I think she was having some medical issues that were happening, and so she took a leave from the show. And you're gonna hear these cowboys say "come out" a lot. And so now we gotta save the sheriff in the good old Wild Wild West, and he's surrounded by these electric prison basically, and we gotta get these cards and stuff to unlock the gate and kind of just go around in circles. But we got this key, so the key is gonna be helpful for us later on. I'm gonna try my best to not pick too many fights. There we go, that's 2. Oh yeah, you're right. Definitely showed up in the finale, and then also appeared in the Lightspeed Rescue Lost Galaxy crossover, which I actually like that crossover. You know, that was the one you could get at McDonald's, and it was with like 3D glasses, which was supposed to be 3D. I still actually have that VHS tape. Yeah, that's what it was. I can't remember. So there's our third card, 3rd out of 5. And so we're gonna fight Festulivus. Like, I don't know if this would be like Nosferatu a little bit. Oh, I missed. So for right now, I'm gonna actually grab a little bit more meters. I'm gonna go to one of the red charging stations and charge up as much as I can right there, because we are going to need it. And the big problem with this game sometimes is that you can run into walls. There's a lot of walls that you can just hug and just get stuck on.
Gotta be more careful.
I'm trying my best not to get hit by the robots and stuff. So even like the cowboys, they're cyclobots in disguise. So 1 left. And that's what we're doing primarily. So we're grabbing stuff. And also in this game, the Quantum Ranger is available, but you have to get all 7 artifacts from every stage. And we're not going to grab them. I wish on SRC that there would be a what's what I'm looking for? Something for specifically for like 100% artifacts. And there we go. Gotta be careful. Yeah, it's like how I flipped over all of them. There we go. Yeah, I wish there was a Quantum Ranger category. That'd be really nice. And we just knocked it. We went through the barrier. We just did our ground thump on the wagon, and the wagon is now free. I'm gonna focus right here because if you fall anywhere on this spot, you gotta go back around, which I don't really want to do. Hey, first try. And I should have more than enough time now to basically get the extra health. And our boss right here, Stormwing. We're gonna fight Stormwing, try to keep him in this area as best as we can. And he went across, so we're gonna ground pound right there. And we ran out, so that's fine, that's okay. So we're gonna grab a little bit more right there. That should be more than enough.
Gotta be more careful.
He went too far. Oh, I don't have enough. Wow, not barely enough. Safety first. That'll be more for Lightspeed Rescue.
Gotta be more careful.
Okay, we grabbed that extra health. I just like their jumping animation. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that's one thing I'll probably do. Yeah, that last one I got robbed. Just had a slither of energy meter. Not enough. But that's fine. That's the thing. I had that. I actually had the like I have a lot of Power Rangers related items now because, you know, with Hasbro purchasing Power Rangers, you know, you got a lot of stuff. And I'm kind of just doing a pattern with Stormwing. I'm just running, kick, run away, kick, run away. Sometimes it's effective, sometimes it's not. So kick, run away, kick, run away, kick, run away, and back and forth. I'm gonna keep doing this over and over and over again. I try not to use the special meter because I actually found out I did a practice run earlier, like before the Power Ranger, the Mighty Morphin movie run happened, and I kind of noticed like you can actually cause Rancic, who's our final boss, to actually be in an infinite loop by doing like specials and stuff, and it was very weird. Like the game was over. You couldn't PB or anything. You couldn't even finish the game. Like it got into a soft lock, and I thought that was actually kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and Sentai, like Sentai is complete. Like looking at the chat, like Sentai is completely different compared to Power Rangers. Excuse me. So like with Sentai, characters actually die a lot more, and I will say like with Time Force, like Time Fire, who's the Quantum Ranger, like he dies. Like it is like, oh, and whatchamacallit, in Time Force it's like, oh, like the Quantum Ranger is still around, he just gave the Morpher to Wes. And did you also know that Wes loves being a Power Ranger? And actually, Rancic was a very well-developed character, especially for Time Force. Because I know in Time Ranger they have the Dawn, and there's actually a trick. There's actually something you could do right there to skip all that. Like I was talking and I realized you can actually jump over across, so you can, you know, basically do what you gotta do to get there a little faster. But hey, we're at the perils of the high sea, and we're on a boat. Take a good hard look at the boat. And we're gonna try to... Oh, that's actually got a health? That's good. There we go. There's an artifact that we could get, but we're not gonna grab it. And we're actually moving relatively fast. I'm gonna max this out real quick. There we go. We should have more than enough time to get across. And I like how they, like that second tutorial that we just did was for how to throw. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I've never used that throw ever in my life. I will fight the ones over here because the throw is too slow. So we grabbed some invincibility. I'm not gonna hit that just yet. I'm actually gonna grab the extra life, grab the speed shoes real quick, open the door, miss the door. Like I've always been missing that door recently. What am I doing? There we go. Oh, messed up. Oh my goodness. It got a little chaotic right there. Which that's fine. We can make up for it. Then we're gonna do some ground thump real quick. I'm gonna grab this real quick. There we go. And that's how you beat that boss. So, hey, we just finished the Peril of the High Sea. Now it's time for a Megazord battle with Mode Blue. And you actually get to see Mode Red. So we get Mode Blue, Mode Red, and Shadow Mode with the Megazord battles. Personally, I like Mode Red better than most of the other Zords. Like, the one I don't like at all is Shadow Mode. Like, cause I get it's supposed to be like a ninja and everything, like a shinobi, but it just doesn't work out for me. I just don't like it. No, sadly we don't fight a hedgehog. No, we don't find those chaos emeralds. That's my shadow attempt. My apologies. But hey, guess what? We just beat the boss. And another Megazord battle down, and good job for the shadows, for the Mode Red. Time to learn our next move, because we always get these new moves and everything that look really cool. But it's time to learn our next move, which is, I believe, is the Tornado Kick, which actually is busted. I like to call it Spin the Win. And you'll see in a moment how effective that is. So we went from the present to Wild West to the high seas. Now we're going to the dawn of time.
Love being a Power Ranger.
And always remember, love being a Power Ranger. And look, it's the Quantum Ranger. That's the only time you're going to see him, because we don't go for 100% artifacts. And there's Nadira, I like how they actually use Nadira, and I wasn't paying attention.
Gotta be more careful.
That time I was being too lax.
Gotta be more careful.
Remember, this is a Power Ranger game with precision jumps. Have to remind myself. Oh, I like the plot that they had with Nadira. But you notice how I lost 4 lives that quickly. There we go. See, I noticed when I was doing some practice runs of this level, I've made mistakes. Dawn of Time was the one I made a lot of mistakes in. And I still gotta get used to their jump. I'm not used to it to an extent, and almost, and I realize, oh man, these guys hit hard. But hey, we're almost at the end. Now let's watch this tornado spin work its magic. Yes, at one I love that was actually a good one too. Nadira actually you know, dating the Blue Ranger. But yes, that's how that you spin to win. And that's a busted move. We're gonna use that again later on. I try not to use the specials on this one, just because I know sometimes they can get rather aggressive with their, like I would say they get aggressive towards them, but also most of them actually miss. So I'm trying to get at least like a flying kick in and then like a two-piece combo. There we go. And that's how we get that one done. So now we learn our next move. So back to the clock tower we go. So we've already learned about the ground thump. We learned how to throw, which we're never going to really use. And we just learned how to spin to win. Now, you want to see somebody throw a green energy ball? I realized it wasn't on the screen. Okay. Well, there's the jink right there. Let's try this again. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. But clearly it actually doesn't hit. And we're actually gonna go the other way. That refrigerator is getting mighty hefty now. To the castle we go. And once again, love being a Power Ranger. So on to Midnight Castle. Midnight Castle is now we're gonna fight Gluttonous or Glute or whatever his name is, the really fat one. I forgot the monster's name to an extent, but he's taken over the medieval area, like the medieval time frame, and we're gonna avoid fighting those knights because, you know, maybe that'll affect time and space. But of course we got a key. We're gonna open a door. Maybe we'll find something later on with it. We're gonna just, I don't really like to deal with that guy because sometimes it gets in the way. If I have my camera on, you actually see my face right now, like, whoa, he actually kicked me off. Never actually seen that happen. Do a quick charge. And now we're going back down so we can continue on with this stage. Yeah, oh, I got Falcon kicked all right. Ooh, oh, I almost fell off the boat.
Guard, guard. On guard.
Gotta love that slowdown that's happening right now. We gotta keep running. We're gonna activate this switch. That's gonna give us another boat.
On guard. Ah, gotta be more careful. Gotta be more careful. On guard.
we're gonna wait right here. But yeah, the space-time continuum. I mean, especially if you've been reading the comics, they really abused that a lot. But I've been enjoying the comics because we always talk about the TV show, but we never talk too much about the comics. So what do you guys think about the comic book? So the comic book series so far, whether it's Mighty Morphin or Power Rangers, because I know that one is involved in the Omega Rangers now. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna grab this extra life real quick, so then I can grab this health. I just know, like, I gotta. Well, that could have done that. That's the first one down. On to the next one. I mean, I'll say this, I've been reading the comics a lot. I've been reading the comics since the beginning. Definitely, I've enjoyed them. I've kind of taken a break from them to an extent right now, but I've read the one-off ones. Like, I know there was like Sins of the Future involving Time Force Black, which, yes, there's a Time Force Black if you read the comics.
Gotta be more careful.
And it's kind of interesting how they go along that storyline where they were actually blaming Jen for a lot of the stuff that's happened. Oh, but you want to see me do it again? Yeah, did it again. Oops, I did it again. Oh wait, I gotta go this way. But I would definitely say get into the comics, especially because of there's a lot of stuff that happened in there, like the Draken battles with Lord Draken and the overall stakes that they made for it. Like, it was crazy with that battle, and then Beyond the Grid. Like, I need to start reading Necessary Evil again so that I know what's happening. Okay, there we go. Gluto. So we're gonna hit Gluto, we're gonna... I realized I didn't have enough.
Gotta be more careful.
Yes, Gluto does the little stinky farts. And there we go. Thanks for the good luck. Really appreciate it. Honestly, this game was not really my childhood. My cousin actually gave me this game, so I really appreciate that he gave it to me. My game was actually Mighty Morphin for the Genesis, but Lightspeed Rescue was my game, which you'll be seeing that a little later on. And I found out during one of my practice runs that Gluto actually has... Never mind. So apparently I just put Gluto in some spam. Gotta love that. I didn't realize there was something. There was stun lock right there for him. Ooh, that's good. I like it. Back to the clock tower we go. So we've done spin to win. We got our ground thump. We got our snot blast, as somebody said. Let's upgrade this snot blast to a sun blast. If I can actually aim it. There we go. And that's how you use that. Yeah, that was a free fight right there. That was out of pure luck. Man, that refrigerator's getting full right now. And let's love being a Power Ranger with Wes.
Being a Power Ranger.
And it's time for the Coliseum of Frax. And honestly, Frax was actually a really good character in Time Force. I will definitely say that. Frax, I like his his part of like, oh, he was once human and now he wants to take over because he wants to make sure robots have their chance to shine. Okay, I need to get rid of this guy real quick. I just need this guy off of me, but I do like Frax's storyline throughout Time Force. And actually, he becomes like the true, like really big bad of the season. Okay, that's all I need. Hey, look, platforming in a Power Rangers game. So we need to get these mosaic pieces that we're gonna grab. I could grab that extra life, but that's not worth the time nor the place at the moment. So we grab one of them. So we need about, I think, like 5 more pieces, if I remember correctly. I kind of just skip through the cutscenes like that, where our mentor bird just tells us stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna skip over that. I'm not gonna listen to you right now. Yes. All because Ranstic was a jerk. Okay, so we're about to go into our next mini boss real quick. But I am going to I'm going to grab a little bit of this real quick. Good enough. There we go, good enough. Let's get out of here. Hey, guess what? You want to see me do it again? Haha, haha. There we go. Aha. I like how they just say aha, like I hit you. Aha. 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 I've gotten you this time, Power Rangers. Aha.
Gotta be more careful.
Oh, nope. I was about to run, but I'm like, I just remember, I gotta be more careful. Okay, 2 more pieces left to go. I'm not gonna grab that invincibility like I usually do. I'm gonna wait right here. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their time with the Retrothon. I definitely know I am. And once again, you've seen some really good runs. I'm gonna do a quick charge real quick. Once again, after this, you're gonna see some Lightspeed Rescue, and then there's gonna be some other amazing games that are gonna be happening throughout this week. So definitely be on the lookout for some nice, fun stuff to happen. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do that. And what I'm gonna do as well beforehand, and I like how sometimes they'll run after you, I'm gonna grab this extra life and I'm gonna grab this invincibility so that I can just go into the Coliseum. I noticed some fire pits as well. We're gonna go this way because, hey, there's the stairwell we need. Oh, I thought I hit it. Okay, with Frax, I really hope I can get the one, like get him to not spawn any enemies, but that's not gonna happen. Oh my goodness. power of tornadoes actually doesn't help out right now. I really wish it did, but I was getting pummeled. I was getting beat up senselessly right there. Oh my goodness, they won't let me do it. They won't let me do it. Okay, that took a lot longer than expected, but that's fine. The power tornadoes actually didn't help out right there, but when we get to the last stage, yeah, it's going to be extremely helpful with the power tornadoes. And time for Shadow Zord. The Zord I don't like. And part of it's just because its range is not that good. Okay, I would like to actually try to hit him. Because yes, this is like, when you find out when we play Lightspeed Rescue, that the bosses don't do all this maneuvering around, this rolling around and all that stuff. And you know, just for fun, I'll show off the I'll show off that one. And Frax right now is being a pain in the butt. This would definitely be like a run killer, this stage in particular, because really at the end game, but there we go. Circuit, that's the owl, the robot owl. My bad, I couldn't remember exactly the name of them. But yeah, I actually like Circuit. And time for our last move. So remember that ground thump? Now it's a thunder thump. Oh, go back. That was the first time that's happened. That's never happened before. And the final mutation, the last set of stages. And that fridge was actually pretty full right there. And of course we're on the final level, the final mutation, where Rancic not only has they went back to the future, but more importantly, we got a problem. Rancic took all the vials and the tubes and stuff, so now everybody that we've kind of fought to an extent, aka Nadira and Frax, they're back. They're ready to fight. And I hate this part right here because if you got itchy fingers like I do sometimes, you accidentally fly off and fall off the stage real quick. Like I did right there. And I've realized that a lot of this is cycle-based.
More careful.
I'm gonna wait right here.
Be more careful.
I was gonna say I was gonna wait right there. Actually, I'm gonna wait right here because I know the cycle. I missed that cycle.
Gotta be more careful. Gotta be more careful.
Great!
I'm gonna wait for those to go through. I'm gonna grab an extra life and an invincibility right here. I should be taking this more carefully. Because I know when I was playing this as a practice run, I did something just like that. Where I jumped right off. Smart guy stress right there. Where is she at? So we can actually cheese this boss. We're gonna have her just constantly stay over there. She is. Definitely gotta heal up real quick. She's gonna go. Where does she go? Right there. Dang, missed. Oh, she's on a different pattern now. I'm gonna focus real quick. Okay. Ooh, I missed just by a moment.
Gotta be more careful.
There we go. And Adair is gone. Oh, Kalman? Digimon Tamers? I'm assuming, if I remember correctly, Digimon Tamers is Season 3, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. And you want to see me do it again?
Gotta be more careful.
Spam. Gotta enjoy that spam. Sometimes you gotta just say to yourself, well, I just want to be a Beyblade. Sometimes I just want to let it rip. Speaking of being a Beyblade, let it rip. Yeah, actually, I like Digimon. I'm gonna say Pokemon. Digimon Adventure. I actually do like it a lot more than Tamers. I like Season 4 a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna focus here because this is where the soft lock could potentially happen. It is our final boss of this, so the timer will be happening at basically once the screen goes to black after the victory pose. Time is coming up after the victory pose. And it is now time. And time is a 41:38. I like that a lot. Thanks for the GGs. I really appreciate it. And of course, you get this lovely screen. Enjoy it. Hype it up. Woo! And honestly, this is actually off, like 6 seconds off my new PB that I got prior to this run. And so, right there, that is Power Rangers Time Force for the PlayStation 1. And ironically, it's made by the same people that made Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. That's on the PlayStation 1. Oh, speaking of which, that's coming up next. So, enjoy this quick break. Gladly get a stretch in. Do what you gotta do. And you'll be right back in a minute or two with some Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So, remember, this is the last one for the Power Ranger Power Hour. So, it's morphin' time. all the time.